What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I've got a really cool one. I built some speakers to go in the gym that I'm building, and instead I found something way better than what I threw together out of parts, and we're going to go talk about it. Okay, so we're over here on the table. We have the amp. Let's take the top of the box off here. So obviously we have the main unit right here, which it is much bigger and heftier than I was expecting. We're going to put this off to the side. We're going to come back to it. Let's see what else is in here. This box is labeled power cable and voice remote. And it's exactly what it is, too. The voice remote, pretty simple. There's numbers on it, which I don't know what they do yet. There's skip buttons and volume buttons. There's a microphone mute. It did say it's a voice remote. Does it come with batteries? No, it does not. It is a standard power cable. So I will show this to the camera. It's not a C13 power cable, but it is a standard power cable that you see a lot with like TVs. I think Mac Minis use this as well. And this box is labeled HDMI, RCA, and optical cables. So I'm guessing that this box is filled with cables. Call it a good guess. Call it an educated guess. Some half-decent looking RCA cables. You get a Toslink cable, which I haven't used Toslink in a while, but I know a lot of people still do use it. I know it's still very popular. I just don't have a need for it. You get a quick start guide that I will absolutely not read because I am a man. We don't read instruction manuals until we absolutely have to. The only other cable that you get in the box is this HDMI cable, which it says 4K UHD on it. Hopefully it's at least an HDMI 2.1 cable. Let's bring this device back over. Get this plastic off of it. Okay, so we have the unit on the back here. We have an HDMI ARC port. We have the power input, we have a LAN jack, we have a USB 2.0, Toslink in, you have your RCA in. This does have a sub output, which is really cool. Not a whole lot of amps have this, especially like internet connected amps. And then you also have your left and right positive and negative poles for your speakers. And then on the front, you have a power button as well as a volume knob. Okay, so how would I compare this in size of like machines? So here's a Milwaukee M18 battery next to it, and on top of it, you can see, I would say it's about the size of like an older generation before the M4's Mac Mini, except it's probably about twice as thick. Like if you took two Mac Minis in the previous generation and stacked them up on top of each other, that's about how big this is. As I said in the intro bumper to this video, I bought this to fulfill a need. I bought this because I had put together speakers for my gym that I am building, and I wanted them to be network controlled. But that was not easy to DIY. And as I was looking, I spent probably, I want to say 8 hours just searching on and off and trying to figure out ways I could do, online, networked speakers that are not Sonos speakers, when this guy came up on my Amazon feed and I had a coupon. So I figured I would try it. So we're going to grab some speakers. I actually have the speakers that I have planned for the gym, and we're going to hook this up and see if we can get it working. I have to use my phone to set this up, so I'm going to get rid of this camera and we're just going to use the top-down one. Okay.
Now in setup mode, follow the instructions in your device's companion app.
It talks. So I have the app here. It's given me, can I get rid of my screen recording stuff? Yeah, let's start. Allow the app to access the sensors. So far, the setup process is really nice. So I have it connecting to the Wi-Fi. It says this may take a minute. The front little LED is going between like green and white. So I'm guessing that means it's doing some stuff. So I have tried like 10 times to get this on my Wi-Fi. I even tried putting it on a different VLAN than I wanted to. It will not join. So I'm going to try, after I reboot my phone, my APs, my gateway, and this box. If that still doesn't work, I'm going to take it into the bench because I have a switch in there that I can hardwire it to. And we'll reconvene once I figure this out. It looks like it's doing an update. So basically what I had to do to get this thing to join my Wi-Fi was reboot it, reboot my phone, and reboot the APs. Now, I don't know if any one of those was the issue. I'm going to go with, if it was anything, it was my phone, because my network is honestly pretty good. I don't think it was my APs, but it's working now. So one of the three things, I did reboot the amp a couple of times before, so I have a feeling it was either the APs or my phone. And my money is on my phone. So I want to talk about these speakers since I have some time. The other one, obviously, my Mac is sitting on. These are Kenwood bookshelf speakers, and I have had these for years. I bought these at a yard sale when I was like maybe 12. I bought them for like $5 or $10, and they have been on a ton of my desks until I recently got powered studio monitors on my desk. And then they were a portable speaker that I used in the shower for a little bit, which is why there is double stick tape on the sides of them. And now they are finding their final home in the gym that I'm building, because you gotta have music when you work out. I mean, you don't have to. Some of these real dedicated guys that are a lot better than I am, quite frankly, they don't need music to go to the gym. I do. So these are going to be the speakers for that. They're going to get mounted up, and provided that I can actually get this amplifier to work the way it's supposed to, then hopefully that will be mounted up to the wall somewhere, and I won't have to worry about it. Now, while this is updating, perfect time to talk about my plan here. Even though this has inputs on it, and it's a really cool, fancy device that I'm already having some trouble with, I don't plan on using any of the inputs. I plan on using it over Wi-Fi. So basically this device, and I didn't talk about this in the intro bumper, but this device has AirPlay. It also has Chromecast built in. It has Spotify Connect and all the other app connects, but Chromecast is the big one that I care about because I am an Android phone user. Now, I do have an iPad over here recording the top-down camera, and I have my MacBook. So I am a mixed technology person. So this having both to me is a really good thing. Plus, when I build the gym, well, if I have someone over, I don't want to have to worry about, oh man, let me unpair my phone so that way we can pair your phone. If they're on the Wi-Fi, I want them to be able to just tap a button and control the speaker. Now, I tried to DIY this. I was even this close to ordering an HDMI splitter to plug into a Chromecast that I have laying around and plugging that into the speakers. I didn't do that, even though it would have been significantly cheaper, because I still would have needed an amp. And while I had an amp planned for these speakers in the gym, this package, if I can get it to work, is all in one, does everything I need it to. It's an amp, it's a standalone unit. What more could I need? Oh, it's making noises! It's making noises! Okay, so the firmware update is done. I'm going to rename this to the gym. Okay, so let me just check here real quick on my MacBook. I can see gym speakers in AirPlay, and I see them on my phone. So you guys are seeing the same thing I am here. So I'm going to come down, go to Media Output, and I see nothing. We are on the IoT network, but so is all the stuff. That shouldn't be a problem. Let's jump over to my main Wi-Fi network, Wi-Fi. So let's open the YouTube Music app. Let's try that. Still don't see it. So I'm going to end the iPad one for now, since I can't seem to see it on Chromecast. So we are off to a great start already. This thing might go back today. Let's try AirPlay, just because I'm a fair and benevolent person. It does show up in AirPlay. So let's see here. I guess this is YouTube, so I have to play no copyright music, don't I? Holy shit. That's like 2. Oh no, she gets quiet. these. So it works over AirPlay, at least. They sound great. So I know what these speakers sound like. I have had these speakers for years, so I know what the amp is doing. The amp sounds great. So if I could just get it to work over Chromecast, we're chilling. Because quite frankly, that's the most important part of this. I could honestly care about AirPlay. AirPlay is a nice bonus for me. When I am traveling around, this is what is in my pocket most of the time. This is what I take to the gym. This is where I take everywhere. And it's an Android. I need this Chromecast to work. It's turned on. Why isn't it working? So my phone will not see this on either network, but my iPad will. My iPad will even see it on like a cast system. So let me open up YouTube Music on my laptop. And this can also see it. So YouTube Music on my laptop, and let me double check here. Stop. Oh, now it shows up. Okay, so I just restarted all my apps on my phone, which I think may have killed the screen recording. Did it? We got the screen recording going back up. Okay, so that seems to have worked. What if I just want to do like media output from my phone? So let me try an audiobook, because I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I don't always listen to those when I'm working out, but sometimes I do.
The balloon generated a detectable signature rapidly enough that a noticeable sonic boom did not.
So I can't cast audio, it looks like straight from my phone, but it seems like I can cast audiobooks from Audio Bookshelf, but it seems like I might be able to cast
Rapidly
books.
enough that a noticeable...
Cool. So I can't cast audio for some reason from my whole phone, but I can cast basically all my individual apps, plus my Audio Bookshelf. See that video up here. So from VLC, let's see, can I cast from VLC? Yep. And because I don't want to get hit with a copyright claim, we're going to turn that off because that's a band's song. Okay, we got everything working, and I have some things that I wanted to add into this review before I sign off. First off, I did not realize this, but the amp also has so it has Bluetooth. You don't have to use Bluetooth, but it's there as an option. So on top of the ARC, RCA, optical, and of course Cast and Airplay, you also get just regular old Bluetooth. I didn't realize that when I bought it. It's a cool thing. It's nice to have a backup or another way. I did end up testing the ARC. After I tested it with the gym speakers, I even went and tested it in the area that will become the gym soon. I actually have it now behind me. It's hooked up to this TV. I was watching some stuff last night through my speakers using the sub output. It all works just fantastic. You can set a volume limit in the hardware, and then it will just make that limit 100% on whatever you're casting or airplaying. That's really cool because where I am building the gym is kind of close to our neighbors, and I like them. So I don't want to disturb them with loud music at 5 a.m. because that's usually when I work out. And I was able to dial it to a point that I think will be pretty good. Once I finish insulating everything, then I might have to retune it. But I was able to get it to a point now that won't bother anybody. And the nice part is I don't even have to think about it now. Once it's set, now whenever I go cast or airplay to it, I can just go to full volume, and that full volume is actually the 60 or 70% that I have it limited at. I didn't notice this when I was trying to set the app up. The app does not require an account. In fact, as far as I can tell, I don't even think you can make an account, which is great. The less accounts that I have to make to do things in my house, the better. So not only did you not have to sign in with one, I could not even tell that there was an option for one. I could have been wrong. I wasn't really looking for it, but you don't need it. So that's a plus. If you want to just set this up and go, you should be good to go. I know in the video I had a little bit of trouble setting it up. I do not think that that is the device's fault at all. I have a feeling my phone was being buggy while I was trying to screen record, as well as Bluetooth to it and Wi-Fi. And ever since I've gotten it on the network, I have not had a problem. Even through VLANs, I'm still able to AirPlay and cast, just like I can with all my other stuff. I did end up getting the remote paired. It looks like it pairs via Bluetooth. So instead of it being an IR remote, it's a Bluetooth remote, which is nice. You'll get a little more range out of that. The amp, I didn't talk about this. So the amp is 60 watts per channel. Obviously, that's going to vary depending on the speakers you put on it. If you put 8 ohm speakers on, you're going to get a different wattage output than you would with 4 ohm speakers or 6 ohm speakers, but they are rating it at 60 watts per channel, which honestly I think is fine. It gets plenty loud enough. Before I volume limited it, it got plenty loud enough to completely fill the area that will become the gym to a point where I actually could not be in there comfortably and hear it because it was so loud. So it absolutely gets more than loud enough. The sub output does work. I wish it had some finer control. I feel like it doesn't quite give you as much control as I would personally like, but it does work. It does work. You do get some control. You can change the phase of the subwoofer. You can also, increase the levels. And of course, as you saw earlier in the video, you have a full-blown EQ that you can set up. I was able to get a streaming radio that I like on here and save it actually to the device. So it's now actually saved as a preset. So I can just tap a button and it will auto pull up that stream. I was able to log into my local Plex server and sync my music to the amp from Plex, which is really cool if you have a local music library. You can sync it to Spotify, of course, and all that. It doesn't have native sync for YouTube, but you can cast YouTube to it with the built-in Chromecast. Ultimately, I am super happy with this. I think it's going to serve me way better in the gym than the component pile that I put together with some amps and speakers that I just had laying around. It'll be Wi-Fi, it's nice and loud, but at least for the last 3 days that I've been kind of messing with it, it seems really solid. It connects right up every time. It just kind of keeps going. Once we got through all the headaches at the beginning, it's been great. Especially with this device coming in a little bit less than half of the cost of the same product from Sonos. I'm super thrilled about it, super happy. I may even consider getting a couple more of these and putting speakers around more places in my house. We'll see how that goes. I'm not made of money. But if I want to do that, I at least don't have to spend the $700 that Sonos wants for the comparable amp that they sell. Instead, you can pick this one up on Amazon with my affiliate link down in the description for about $2.99. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell button down there so you get notifications when I upload. Comment if there's anything you want to see or any questions you might have. I'll do my best to answer everything that I can. I am Dylan, the TechnoGiz guy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, keep it peaceful.